spells yellow, Y-E-L-L-A. Come on, y'all. Yellow. Yellow. Yeah. And you know, I had it on 97.9 the beat one day. We was riding, me and Ryan Lake, we rolling, and the song came on. And Ryan normally, he cool, you know, he laid back in the back seat of the truck. But man, when that song came on, I said, boy, I know you can move now. Like, what is you doing? It's our back seat. Stop pulling all this stuff. And when I turned the music off, he went right back to his previous position. Man, I started watching some of them videos.
Yeah, they something else.
I couldn't take them. I mean, I'm about out of my fives, right? And I started wincing on some of that stuff that they were saying on them videos.
Yes.
That the kids, my grandkids age, know every lyric verbatim to what them folks are saying. Huh? Now, if you think that does not have a bearing, right, on the emotion, thinking, and behavior of your children, you're very naive. You are. You're very naive. Because it affects them in so many different ways now. So many subliminal ways. Right? And they got it, access to it is in the palm of their hand. Right? And they got these earplugs and all that stuff. And and man, it is just, they're bombarded with this stuff. I need to have us understand something as I move on. That listen, as a body of believers today,
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We need to be aware, come on y'all,
Yes, sir.
of what our children are exposed to, amen, in this musical culture. Because the Bible does not separate the sacred from the secular. The Bible separates the sacred from the profane. And you and I have got to be able to help them, amen, navigate through some of the things that come their way. Have I got a witness? And so, listen, our man, those videos, they got all that money, got all these scantily clad little girls, all that kind of stuff. Amen. I mean, amen. What Pastor used to say, baby clothes that they wear, baby clothes look good on babies. But you knew that was wrong when you put that on? And you don't want nobody to look at you. Oh, men are visuals. Come on, brother. We're visual. You don't do that. No, you don't do that. And parents shouldn't allow. Parents ought not allow that. I raised daughters.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
And they may have got away with some stuff. Amen. We all did.
Oh, we did. Oh, yeah.
There was some things
that
we just wasn't going to put up. Y'all gonna help me here. Huh? There's some things that you ain't gonna be able to do. I'm sorry. You'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We went through the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Then the video got all them chains on them. All them chains.
Yes, sir.
And all that stuff in their mouth. Grills and all that kind of stuff. Can't even eat right. can't eat with that stuff in their mouth. Them chains. I started thinking about that, looking at all these chains, and I said, our people were brought to this country. Help me in here. Were brought to this country in chains that identified them with slavery. 399 years later, we were in chains by the good Lord today, and we call it freedom. Got nothing against jury. Amen. Got nothing against jury. Amen. You want to go to Big T and buy you a Mrs. T-Star kit, go right ahead. That's your business. And when it starts breaking your neck out, Neosporin ain't going to help you. Eczema cream ain't gonna do anything.
You gotta go to the doctor.
You gotta go to the doctor. A real doctor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You do.
Let me close. I wanted to share this with y'all today because at some point, we're going to have to deal with this if you're not already dealing with it. Oh, yeah. I'm dealing with it. With my grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Trying to navigate them through. Trying to help them understand the difference between illusion and reality. Right? All these young cats on these videos holding all this so-called wads of money or paper, right, with a few bills on top. Come on, y'all. Making you think that it's real when it's not, but it's all props for the video. It's messing with their mind. Huh? Now, a whole generation of kids, not all, now are no longer interested in aspiring to some noble profession. Right? Now, they want to be a rapper. Everybody want to, as Nisha used to do, wants to float. It's called float. You put your hand, just rattle stuff out that don't make no sense. But they call it flowing. Freestyle flowing. Y'all help me out. Y'all think like flowing. What is flowing? Freestyle flowing. That's what it is. Y'all acting like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But it's apparent, right, that it is a part of our culture. And listen, it's not going anywhere. Right? Reason why kids can't get into much of the music in the church today, right? They don't have no beat. Huh? Or don't have the beat that they like. And you and I know that in that case, that's not real worship. Because if when the beat stops, you stop. When the music stops, you stop. Then you're not really worshiping. You want to be entertained. And I just where I come up. Hey, amen. Y'all know I started preaching under S.T. Tustin Jr.
Yes, sir.
Right?
All right.
And before I left, there were some things that I gleaned from him that I still hold to today. Are y'all praying with me? Some things, children, you just cannot sanitize. And make it acceptable in the Lord's house.
Make it plain.
And I'll tell y'all, as I heard on, if you're thinking that I'll bend to just to have a crowd full of children, and all they want to do is freestyle and rap the gospel, amen, then this may not be played. This may not be played. Now there are some churches, they exalt that. Amen. They welcome that. They don't mind having young people to do that. And that's their business. Right? They got to answer to the Lord. Amen. For where they are leading. I got the answer to the Lord.
That's right.
For where I'm leading. Right? And I'm telling y'all, I got enough to answer to the Lord. I don't need nothing extra tacked on. Amen. So we're not sanitizing worldly genres just to satisfy, amen, the natural emotional sensitivities of people and younger people. Simply to say that you got a lot of young people in your church. That's not going to work. Are y'all with me here? But I've learned that if you get one gimmick one Sunday, you got to turn around next Sunday and have another gimmick. Right? And after a while, gimmicks get old. Children get bored. Their attention span is very short and abbreviated. It's hard to hold their attention. If I hadn't called those names out that I tried to find this week, they probably would have tuned me out the first 5 minutes of the message. Have I got covered? But I made it my business this week, Sister Pitts, to say I'm going to share with them the importance of understanding that everything that comes through your ear gate, amen, you need to have enough spiritual strength and word knowledge to scream that to where you don't become a part of what you're hearing and what you're listening to. Y'all, amen. If you listen to that stuff day in and day out, amen, all night long, lay down with the earplugs in your ear, amen, and wake up when it's still going, you can't help but have, amen, a foul vocabulary. Amen. Can't help but use expletives and four-letter words. That's all you listen to out there. And the rap genre and video, they market that stuff. And many of our young people are keeping them wearing them big gold Mr. T chains. I read Daniel. And Daniel reminded us that there was a gamut of people. Right? There was a loud cry that went out. It was a herald, the word said. And told them, in essence, it's commanded of you. Now, a command in this ancient narrative was not just some little small request.
That's right. All right.
It was something that had to be adhered to. Right? It was more or less a declaration of sorts. It wasn't something that they could just snub their nose at, turn around and go on about their business. The word declares they had to deal with it. All people, nations, and languages. All the people there who were in that region, those who were of the same language.
All right.
Those who are connected by ethnicity, nations. They had to hear what was being heralded out.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, as I heard on, we need to understand if we don't set up some parameters.
Yes, sir.
Come on, y'all. And help set up parameters in our young people's lives of what comes before their ear gate and their eye gate.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. And it affects the very essence of their being. Don't tell me it won't rub off on you. Amen. Yes, it will. It'll hurt you in the long run because it calls you to have those thoughts that perpetuate ungodliness. Are y'all with me there? Cause them to move in areas that they wouldn't ordinarily move in.
That's right.
If they weren't listening to the narrative of somebody bent on the intent of taking them away from normalcy in their young life. Are y'all with me there?
Amen.
Said that declaration went out, and that at that time you hear the sound of all these instruments Y'all see that? All these instruments there. He said, well, brother pastor, we don't know nothing about no sackbut and psaltery and all these different kinds of instruments that are named here. But it's something to understand when you look at what we use in our churches. Come on, y'all. To bring about a rhythmic flow, a melody, a harmony. What do we often use is many times is relegated to one or two instruments, right? In our churches. Some churches have taught and they believe as an established stature in their doctrine. They don't have no instruments at all in their churches. Are y'all with me there? They do everything a cappella. Right? Yeah. And for far as I know, they doing all right. Amen. I don't see them closing up. They still there. We have to recognize that these instruments here and any instrument can be used to glorify God. Right? Or it can be used to degrade an individual and cause his or her mind to be assaulted to a point to where they can't think for themselves. How many of us get in the car and the first thing we do is turn on the radio? How many of us get in the car and we never turn on the radio? Listen, it's all about the intent.
That's right.
When you say, brother pastor, what about the lyrics? Is it all right to listen to music without the lyrics? That now you're talking about form, right, and style, right, and they vary from place to place. I'm not worried about so much form or style when it comes to our worship music. I'm concerned more about the intent and content, right? If we can get to a point, brothers and sisters, and we've gotten away from it over the years, to where we can have music and lyrics, amen, that does not constantly repeat itself. Amen. Or where music that causes us to think about our salvation. Rather than having 7 words repeated 11 times. Will move us, y'all help me now, will move us, amen, to a different level of maturity in worship and praising God. That's why I don't mind looking at the hymn book during BTU or any other aspect of service. Why? Because there's more there, amen, in the lyrics to reach the heart and soul of the individual. Are y'all with me here? So we picked up a lot from our culture, brought it over into the church. We call it worship. We call it gospel. When it's really just a watered down version, amen, of what's going on out there in the world. Brothers and sisters, we have to be able to make the difference, to make the distinction between what is sacred and what is profane. Isn't that right? Amen. Those instruments here, he says, listen, at all kinds of music. Y'all notice all kinds of music was being made with these instruments. You can make all kinds of music on these instruments. Have I got a witness here? Oh yeah, you drop a strobe light in the center of this sanctuary. Come on, somebody, put a stage down here. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Amen. And y'all change some of y'all attire. Amen. And put a different sign out there on the front. Amen. You'll have all kinds of folk coming up in here. Amen. Trying to get with whatever's going on. Come on, y'all. So they can become a part of that movement. Oh, when it comes to worshiping God and praising the God of our salvation. I'm talking about music that doesn't just reach the senses, but music that reaches the soul. Have I got a witness here? That's why, yeah, we're soul brothers and sisters in more ways than one. Right? We are connected by the Spirit of the living God. That's why he reminded us here. He says, listen, if you fall down and worship the golden image Nebuchadnezzar had set up, some tall bronze, amen, it is stature, right? Yeah, he said, if you bow down to that, then you can save yourself. Amen. He no doubt said, we hear you. But there's one thing about we're going to leave with you. We're not going to bow to the people. Huh? No. Herald came. Yes, if you fall down, yeah, and worship, and at that same hour, you save yourself. We're not gonna bow down. We're not gonna take the bait.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna stand on what we know.
That's right.
That our God is an able God.
Yes, he is.
Yes, sir.
When you read on down in there, you hook up the remainder of the story. Where Michelle and Azariah said, no. Something we just not gonna do. Have I got a witness here? Now, don't leave this morning saying, Pastor said we can't listen to certain kinds of music. Amen. Or we can't listen to rap, or we can't listen to hip hop, or that type of thing. I want you to know as I close, you can listen to what you want to listen to. Amen. Because ultimately that's going to be between you and the Lord. But the whole purpose behind the message this morning is to help us to think beyond the beat, beyond the video. Come on, somebody. Beyond the hype behind the video. Beyond the hype of the money and the allurement of that seemingly says you're missing something. Come on, somebody. We have to teach our young people, no, you're not missing anything. You just need to know what you believe in. And stand on that principle. Amen. And let that principle be the best practice in your life. Have I got a witness here? I said earlier, I like all kinds of music, except country and western. And every now and then, I can listen to some of that. But I'm not bound by it. Come on, somebody. I love old school music. Right? The kind we grew up with. The best music that came along. The decade of the 70s. Y'all ain't helping me there. I love that kind of music. I say love. I can listen to it. But I'm not bound by it. Are y'all with me here? And early on, I told you I started listening to the early rap artists. Amen. Those early ones. Until the genre changed, amen, from rap to gangster rap. Amen. Just done messed up a whole lot of young people. And still messing them up. Have I got company right here? Some of these kids still think Tupac is alive. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? I said, my God, y'all believe that, but y'all don't believe that Jesus is alive and well this morning. Have I got any company here? Oh, no, Tupac is dead and he'll never be. Jesus is alive and well. Come on, somebody. I like one of our own artists said, when you think that the enemy has cornered you in, oh Lord, God will make a way in the desert for you. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Won't he do it? Won't he bring you out? Won't he teach you what is worship music all about? Oh, bless your heart today. I'm through, y'all. Bless your heart. God bless you. God bless our young people. Come on, y'all. Celebrate our young people today. They're faced with some mighty challenges. they're having to deal with on a day-to-day basis. You said, Pastor, they don't listen to that in my house. They're not in your house 8 hours a day. I hope they're not. They're at school. Huh? They're at other venues. They're at play. They're on the bus